Let's now turn our attention to Plateau State, where an early morning attack in a village 3 kilometers from Mangu Township has left 4 people dead and women enraged by the constant disruptions to the peace and stability of the communities affected have staged a protest following the latest killing. The bodies of the latest victims have been taken to the palace of the paramount ruler amid wailing by the angry protesters. Joshua brings us updates on this development.
Communities in Mangu have experienced a series of invasions by gunmen suspected to be Hadar militiamen in the area in recent times. More than 600 people, including women and children, are reported to have lost their lives, with several houses and other properties destroyed. Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff, General Tariq Lagbaja, visited Mangu Council area a few weeks ago and launched Operation Hakorin Damisa Special Forces, saddled with the responsibility to put an end to the incessant killings in the area. The presence and efforts put forth by the Operation Safe Haven operatives, together with the troops of Operation Hakorin Damisa for weeks, calmed the killings and counter-killings until the latest Sunday midnight attack that claimed 4 lives again. The women accuse the military of not putting in place proactive measures to secure farmlands and protect vulnerable groups from incessant attacks.
They are killing us like animals. Securities are not even helping. Are we not Nigerians? Is there security in Plateau State? The government should come to our help. We are tired of all these things.
Yes, we don't want them anymore.
We don't want them.
We don't want the soldiers. Let them be withdrawn.
We chatted with a security expert on whether the call for the withdrawal of the soldiers as demanded by the protesters was the best at the moment.
Scrapping off the special task force is not the remedy. Rather, there should be additional effort, added to what is on ground currently. If you scrap it off, whatever system you are setting up will have to take time to build structure before they can reach out and do the work of security. So as it is, the Air Force needs to come, the mobile police needs to join hands, the police on ground needs to join hands, civil defense, all hands must be on deck to make sure that there is a new vision that will provide security on the plateau.
The army authorities are yet to respond to the allegations brought against them by the locals. More proactive measures from the authorities are needed to put an end to the recurring situation, as well as restore total normalcy to all areas affected by insecurity in Plateau State. Joshua, TVC News, Mangu.
Away from that, Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu, who is also the chairman of the authorities of heads of state and government of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has convened another extraordinary summit of the authority on the political situation in the Republic of Niger. The summit will hold in Abuja on Thursday, 10th of August. The ECOWAS leaders will be considering and discussing the political situation and recent developments in Niger Republic. This comes after the expiration of the one-week ultimatum issued by the regional bloc to the military coup leaders in Niger to relinquish power and restore constitutional order. ECOWAS also slapped sanctions on the landlocked West African country, which includes a no-fly zone, cutting electricity supply, and freezing the assets of the coup leaders in the region. One of the resolutions reached also includes an option of the use of force if the coup leaders defy the sanctions and hang on to power. But pressure have been mounting on President Tinubu from several quarters to jettison the military option of use of force and continue to explore all diplomatic and political means to resolve the standoff. And to other stories, women professionals have been encouraged to rise above gender barriers and obstacles to career growth. This was the focus of a one-day leadership seminar for women in journalism held in Port Harcourt. Senior correspondent Uche Okoro has details.
The event was part of activities for the 2023 Female Reporters Leadership Fellowship of the Wole Soyinka Institute for Investigative Journalism. The aim was to identify and profile solutions to the factors that have limited the number of women in leadership positions in the media.
Capacities of women.
For the convener, while there are lots of external challenges, women must have the right mindset to compete with their male counterparts.
We want to give that
platform, that opportunity for them to bring out those potentialities so that society will be better for it. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman. But then we want to give women the opportunity to step forward, to embrace their potentials.
Media executives are of the opinion that the more women occupy leadership positions, the higher the potential for other women to climb the career ladder of journalism.
Women most times are better managers. Women are able to empathize with other women and men, and women see it from different perspectives and are able to nurture and grow those young women in the business who are serious.
For some, the lack of legislation to protect women in Nigeria has also stifled their growth in the work environment. While another perspective is that women in journalism need to draw more attention to not just their abilities, but also to their achievements.
I remember last year, 2022, there was protest in the National Assembly that, where about 5 significant gender bills were rejected. So that's if there are bills that are supporting women, you will see women, the media managers or different managers in different sectors, they will begin to treat women based as professionals.
From what I've seen today, it is likely that there are more women in leadership positions in the newsroom than we give credit for, because they're not out there. We don't know who they are. They're the silent workers who are not marketing themselves, who are not putting out there for the public to see and realize that there are more of us than you can ever imagine.
Journalism is still one of many professions that still appear to be dominated by men. But for those who have managed to break the gender barriers, the goal is not just to achieve balance in the figures. Uche Okoro, TVC News, Port Harcourt.
The Nigerian Medical Association is appealing to both the federal and state government to ensure living standard of inmates in different correctional facilities across the country. Osun State Chairman of the association, Adetoye Adedakbo, spoke during the presentation of food items to Ilesha Medium Correctional Facility. Rafiu Hamid reports.
The Ilesha Correctional Center houses about 1,000 inmates, including those awaiting trial. Members of the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, in Osun State, as part of activities marking the association's annual general meeting and scientific conference, visit the correctional facility to present them with food items and toiletries. Chairman of the association says the motive is to contribute to their quotas and give hope to the inmates.
We also had a health talk with them to identify what their major challenges would be, because we still intend to visit this place again. And when we'll be coming, then we'll know what to bring. I've been able to identify some health conditions that we can help with and we can really control. And that gives us joy that we are able to also touch lives in our own little way. And this is the product of the association. This is our mindset. We are the custodians of the health of the people in the state of Osun and beyond. And this is part of what we do.
The Deputy Controller of Corrections, Aremu Adegboyega, is appreciative of the gesture from the NMA.
They should not leave the issue of correction to government alone. It should be a joint effort with non-governmental organizations, religious bodies, and even private individuals who will be willing to do something. It goes a long way to really assist the government to be able to achieve the correction that we are effecting in the Nigeria Correctional Service. So my advice is that they should not leave it to the hand of governments. They should also do their own, contribute their own quotas to ensure that the welfare of the inmates that will aid correction is not taken with levity.
He believes the items will go a long way in complementing government's efforts. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Ilesha, Osun State.